Hello and welcome to a Sophisticated Pairs video blog. My name is Erica and today I'm going to do a video review of the Cleo by Panache Meg. When I saw this one, what drew me to it was the very unique print, and I did love the red, white, and blue color palette. Now, a lot of times with Panache I find that I need somewhere between a 30 double H and a 30 J. So I ordered the 30 double H and the fit is okay. The band, I feel, is true to size. It's nice and firm, it feels very supportive. I would say it's on par with what you'd expect from other Cleo bands, as well as Panache bands. So order your normal band size. The cup size, however, is a little different. I feel like it's slightly big, but then at the same time, I don't know that I can go any smaller. Overall, I think this might be a cup shape issue, and I'll explain why. First off, I actually have some tissue here at the top where this ribbon is actually starting to cut a little bit. But then if I move any, if I move my arms forward, you can see that now it's starting to gape. I think one of the issues that I have personally with bras is that I appreciate having something of a stretch lace or a softer fabric that's going to contour at this particular area, because my breast shape isn't always conducive to something that's very firm. And the fabric of the cups throughout is very firm. It actually reminds me exactly of the way the Panache Jasmine fabric felt. So much so that it still has that kind of scratchy quality that I had to repeatedly wash out of the Jasmine. So perhaps if I had decided to keep this bra, I could have washed it a couple times and maybe that would have improved the fit. But overall, I wasn't really liking it as much because I felt like, first off, the wires are sitting very far back. One of my complaints I had with the Marcy bra that I also reviewed was that I felt like the wires were going way too far back on my sides here, which you can see is the case again. They're sitting very far back. But then I'm also not crazy about the cup shape. It's kind of coming up as this rounded bottom to almost like a flat / pointy top. It's very strange. I've tried it on with a couple t-shirts and I just was not enthusiastic about the way it looked. It also feels very high here on the side. Like I already feel like this is starting to dig and it's starting to cut into the sides of my arms. So fit-wise, I'd actually say it's kind of close to what I saw with the Marcy in general, because if you have seen the Marcy video, you'll know I also had some issues with the top of the cup. And I also felt like the wires and the cup width was just too wide for my body. I think that what we're looking at, particularly with these two styles, is it's designed for a woman who has a broader rib cage across the front and then is narrower on the side, whereas I tend to be a little bit more narrow in the front and then deeper on the side. So I just haven't been able to achieve the right and most comfortable fit from this particular brand. Beyond that, I do want to say that I like the materials they use. They have a fully adjustable strap here, which is always a good thing. The band, as I mentioned, is very firm, so it gives a lot of anchorage and side support. They did do 2 hook and eye closures in the back, and I'm not as happy about that. I do usually prefer to have 3 hook and eye closures because it makes the wings, especially in the back, a little bit wider, and I feel like that's a little bit more comfortable and gives me extra smoothing. But I really wouldn't hold it against this bra because I know that a lot of fuller busted women would prefer to have only 2 hooks. So take that into account depending on your personal preference. The fabric, as I said, is a little bit stiffer, but I have a feeling that, like my experience with the Panache Jasmine, that all it's going to take is a couple good washes to get rid of that starch and it'll be more comfortable. I love the print that they used. I think it's very cute. It has almost like a 50s pinup vibe to me, I think, with the little swallows and then the red and the white blue. And it has this beautiful little piece of ribbon detailing at the top. So I really like that. I do wish that maybe Panache would stop making this style so wide. I'm going to adjust the straps to where they sit and where they should sit and where they feel the most comfortable. And as you can see, they're almost going to fall off my shoulders. So I really have to kind of pull them in towards the center for them to feel more comfortable. And that's when we really start to get a lot of this digging on the side as well. So overall, I really do like what they were going for with this bra. And I had read some good reviews of it as well, but for me, I just don't feel like this is a great fit. And I wouldn't recommend this to women in particular who have trouble with the wider underwires because they are very wide. So keep that into account regardless of what your size is, and think more about your overall body shape. Now, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or would like more information about a bra we review, please feel free to email sophisticatedpair@gmail.com. And don't forget to check out our blog, Twitter, and Facebook for all the latest news and event information.